Drug and alcohol abuse. Drug abuse is when you take drugs that are not legal in a very high quantity. It's also when you use alcohol, prescription medicine, and other legal substances too much or in the wrong way. Substance abuse differs from addiction. Many people with substance abuse problems are able to quit or can change their unhealthy behavior. Factors that cause drug and alcohol abuse. Loneliness. If you're lonely, you're significantly more likely to use drugs and alcohol as a solution to feel better. In the rat park experiment, rats that had friends in the cage were significantly less likely to use drugs. This applies to humans as well. Anxiety and depression. Anxiety and depression, whether chronic diseases or acute issues, greatly increase the risk factors for drug use. They both greatly increase the risk factors for starting drugs, but also influence drug use by making the person more susceptible to other risk factors. Peer pressure. Having friends or loved ones who are addicted to or use drugs recreationally makes it statistically more likely for someone to use them themselves. Genetics. While the correlation between drug use and family history is not well understood, it is a well accepted fact that people with a family history of drug use and dependence are more likely to become addicts themselves. Mental health disorders. It's a well accepted fact that many people with existing disorders are more likely to turn to drugs, alcohol, and cigarettes. In one study labeled Smoking and Mental Health, doctors studied the correlation of self-medication and mental disorders. Drug abuse in India. Drug abuse in India is a prevalent problem, especially in the Northeast. The rot in Northeast India's substance abuse problems runs deep. A recent study shows that the prevalence of any type of substance abuse, smoking, smokeless tobacco products, alcohol, in men in northeastern states is much higher, 20% more, than the rest of India. Kia and Debarma from JNU's Study of Regional Development, School of Social Sciences, mined data from the fourth round of the National Family Health Survey 2015 to 2016 to examine the prevalence and frequency of smoking, using smokeless tobacco products and alcohol consumption in 14,555 men in the 15 to 54-year age group. Northeast Indian states. Substance use is significantly higher among the male adults of Northeast India than among those from elsewhere in the country. The percentage prevalence was 50.03% for India as a whole. For non-Northeast states, it is 50.37%, and the states of Northeast India, 70.83% of the men in the 15 to 54-year age group indulge in substance abuse. Magnitude of substance abuse in India report about 14.6% of people, 10 to 75-year-olds, are current users of alcohol, which is about 16 crore people. Prevalence is 17 times higher among men than women, the report states. Another worrisome finding is that about 44% of men aged below 19, i.e. 50 to 19 years of age, indulge in at least one form of substance abuse, smoking, smokeless tobacco products, alcohol consumption, or something else. About 1/5 of this population drinks alcohol. This is again much higher prevalence at an international standard. If young people below age 19 consume substances, it may negatively impact education, health, and well-being. In terms of youth indulging in substance abuse,